What's up, world? Let me tell you about this beard growth oil I got from 12 tribes on Earth. 8 ounces of oily goodness with a nozzle that prevents sprays and spills, and soft ingredients that make it perfect addition to anyone's morning routine. From coconut to castor, all these oils are hand chosen. After using this herbal blend, the biggest thing I noticed is how soft, how strong my hair was, and how good I feel. Pick up your bottle today and make your beard the star of the show.
Shalom, family. And remember, if you're in need of your hair products, you know where to go for your hair growth products. 12 tribes on Earth. So, y'all, we are going to talk about something that's absolutely insane. The Democrats, I think this woman is East Indian, and Japalia, I think. Anyway, she is trying to propose that illegals get reparations because of how ICE treated them. That is absolutely idiotic. Okay, they didn't go through chattel slavery. They didn't go through Reconstruction, Jim Crow. Nobody burnt down towns that immigrants live in. Immigrants were not lynched by the Klan. Immigrants didn't have dogs sicked on them. And what did they go through? They didn't go through no crack epidemic. What did they go through? Are you kidding me? ICE? Unbelievable. They didn't go through mass incarceration, and they really don't have to be incarcerated in no detention center now. Take your ass home. Go home. Donald Trump even offered to give you money to self-deport. So why would they stick around and get grabbed by ICE? Go home. You don't have to be abused by ICE at all. But it is, you know what? If the Democrats push this through, nobody in the community should ever vote for the Democratic Party again. I really, truly mean that. Nobody should ever vote for them again, especially if these immigrants get it before us. No. That is a slap in the face. This is why I am opposed to people that are immigrants being in Congress, because you see what they focus on. They don't even focus on us, even if we're in their community. They completely ignore us. How do you ignore the people that have gone through hell for centuries for someone that got caught up by ICE for a moment? Okay, even them being detained do not add up to 400 years of hell like we have gone through. No, I'm sorry. The Democrats should permanently lose our vote if they push this thing through. So they're trying to wait for the midterms to see how they come, and then they're going to push this through. But one thing you must remember, y'all, even if they attempt to do this thing, they got to get it to Donald Trump. And I doubt if Donald Trump will sign this. I don't think he will sign it into law. I don't think he will. But the fact that they're even trying to do this in the House is absolutely crazy. To them, everybody is worthy of reparations except for us. And hey, James Clyburn, how come you're not cussing about this? When people approached you about reparations, you cussed people out. You cussed people out when they brought up our reparations. Are you cussing and hollering over this immigrant reparation bullshit? I bet you you're not. I bet you're not saying a word. Y'all don't let these people off the hook. I remember James Clyburn at that fish fry a couple of years ago, and people were approaching him about reparations, and he started cussing. Don't be silent now. You know, no. Y'all, this should be the straw that breaks the camel's back. Mm-mm. If they do this thing and people still go out and vote Democrat, those folks should be dragged. They should be dragged. No, the problem is damn near half of Congress are all immigrants from Jamaica and India and and from all these different places, China. No, those people don't belong there. Everybody in Congress should be here. People that were here for generations. Those are your people that should be in Congress, because you see what's happening. All they're immigrants. So all their concern is for immigrants. They're not there to represent all of the people. They are there to represent the immigrants that are just like them. And you can't say it's otherwise. These people don't represent us. They don't even want to talk about us. They don't want to talk about us at all. If they can go through an election cycle without mentioning us, that's what they'll do. But then expects your vote. In fact, if this thing goes through, all of their phones should be blowing up. But the message should be, you will never get a vote from us again. That's the only message they should be getting if they push this thing through. We've been dealing with ICE our whole life. They're called the police. All right. But what, 2 people died? Probably thousands of our people died over these last 4 centuries. Thousands. These immigrants have not gone through no atrocity that's worse than what we have gone through. They haven't. This really makes my blood boil. But they keep doing this, y'all. They keep doing this. It's just like when reparations came up. I remember AOC. Now, the Latinos should get it. Get it for what? No, the Latinos, in my opinion, shouldn't get it. They gonna get it for what? Take your ass home. You got a country. Take your ass home. Get your reparations over there. See, me, I'm not gonna say Latinos should get it. I don't believe they should get it. I believe they need to go home. Whatever country you came out, because your countries are a bunch of shitholes too. Whatever country you came out of, that's where you go get your reparations from. Go get it there. I don't believe they deserve it. So let me go ahead and share my screen, because these people are a damn joke. Must be out of their damn mind. Please give me a 1. I know the screen is dark, but When I hit play, it won't be dark anymore. Give me a 1 if you can see my screen. Thank you.
Then we also need offensive actions around prosecutions. We need real accountability, because at the end of the day, the people that have been inflicting this harm need to be prosecuted. They need to be brought before us, and they need to be held account for the trauma that they have created. And we are going to have some form of reparation.
Democrats are calling for reparations for undocumented immigrants. How ICE treated them, they said that they deserve reparations. Listen.
The people that have been inflicting this harm need to be prosecuted. They need to be brought before us, and they need to be held account for the trauma that they have created. And we are going to have some form of reparation.
If anybody deserves reparations in this country, Black Americans should be the first ones to receive reparations, and not just for slavery alone. There's been several Black American communities, successful Black American communities, that have been burned down, destroyed, and the land being distributed amongst white tea people that they enjoy until this day. Virginia, I want to say there's an island outside Virginia called White Man's Paradise. It's somewhere in that area where those white people ran Black people out of the island and took their property and redistributed amongst other white people. Read that story. That is a terrifying story. So you have situations like that happened after slavery, where they literally took generational wealth from Black Americans and redistributed amongst white tea Americans. These lands, these property, these resources still exist until to this day, and white tea people benefited off of those properties that they took from Black Americans. So we're not just talking about slavery, right? And Jaya Powell, she's from India. I want to say she's a first generation Indian in America. How dare you talk about immigrants, undocumented immigrants who came into this country with their will, free will. They crossed over into this country undocumented, free will. They deserve reparations before Black Americans. Why don't you address the caste system that's going on in India right now? Matter of fact, 3,000 years plus, the untouchables, how they discriminate against dark-skinned Indians, the untouchables, they lit. I think that the group is called They Lit. Why don't you fight against the systems in your own countries, right? You come over here, you get these positions, and then all of a sudden you're the voice for Americans. Like, make that make sense. But like I said before, if anybody deserves reparations in this country, Black Americans is first up.
Chicka who? Chicka what? Chicka who? Yo, switch your flow, with your dough, can't get with the rock with the dough. Switch your flow, with your dough, can't get with the rock.
Yeah, okay.
This Representative Jayabal, Democrat, is saying that if they win the mid-election, they need to give reparations to the children and families traumatized by ICE.
Need to be held account for the trauma that they have created, and we are going to have some form of reparation for the kids and the families that have been traumatized through all of this.
Not the Black Americans that have been traumatized for over the last 450, 500 years in this country, or the ones that have been holding down the Democratic Party. No. When I tell you as Black Americans, you better stop taking your eyes off the prize, because you continue to make Democrats and everyone else out here think that we good. Black Americans is good, y'all. We need to focus on a whole new group of people here that have not even bought into this, paid into the system like we have. This is so disrespectful. Number one, who's going to pay for them reparations? Because it damn sure wouldn't be Black Americans paying reparations, the people who came here hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years after us and ain't been a slave nowhere up in here. Nowhere. We're the ones that was picking cotton for free. We're the ones that built this country for 400 years for free. We are the women that were being legally raped in this country for centuries. No one else. How damn disrespectful of you to even talk about reparations for anyone other than us. This is what I'm saying about Black folks. We got to stop. We are letting people disrespect our ancestors For this lady to even open up her mouth talking about reparations for anybody else in this damn country, she must be crazy. Where's Roland Martin? Where's Joyanne Reed? Where's Tamika Mallory? Where all y'all at? Y'all was so mad at Nicki Minaj, but you ain't got nothing to say about this woman saying immigrants deserve reparations before us. That's why I say it's fake outrage. Everyone should be mad as hell about this right here. I wish y'all would. You would never get another damn vote from me ever again. Have a good day.
And we also need offensive actions around prosecutions. We need real accountability because at the end of the day, the people that have been inflicting this harm need to be prosecuted. They need to be brought before us and they need to be held account for the trauma that they have created. And we are going to have some form of reparation.
Not the Latina Democrats up here talking about they need reparations because of ICE raids. What is going on in 2026? Y'all, I don't know what type of timeline this is, but reparations. Oh my, wait a minute. Because are they losing the plot? This is why I keep saying, y'all, we got to get off the Democratic plantation because they're fighting for reparations for illegal immigrants. Like everybody keeps saying, oh, ICE is ICE. Do y'all know what ICE is? ICE is a U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement. Is the primary federal agency under the Department of Homeland Security responsible for enforcing immigration laws and investigating cross-border crime. ICE focuses on detaining and deporting undocumented immigrants and investigating transnational crimes, including human smuggling and trade violations. So they deserve the illegal immigrants. Child, I'm stumped. As a Black American, and all that we've experienced in this country, Democrats have said time and time again why they couldn't give us reparations or why we don't deserve it and how would they calculate it. Yet they're so willy-nilly and gung-ho to be advocating for reparations for people that came into the country illegally. And I don't need y'all to get up in my comments popping and talking about, oh, it's because they was detaining somebody is something that law or all types of law enforcement does. The reason why our crime statistics look the way that they do because we always get unlawfully detained at higher and disproportionate rates other than in comparison to other groups of people. Being detained doesn't mean that you're getting deported. So, of course.
Now, she brought up a good point. Now, you know, the typical question, especially from white people, well, how they gonna find everybody? You find us any other goddamn time. And number two, do you know most of these illegals here aren't even giving you their real names? They're not even giving you their real names because they got criminal records back home. So many of them up in here are faking the funk. You don't have their real name and who they really are. But you'll still find a way to give them reparations. You know, interesting, right? But you know where we are. Shoot, you know how many agencies got our information, the Division of Motor Vehicles, the IRS. Okay, and if you're on SNAP benefits or you're getting Medicare, Medicaid, all kinds of agencies got our information. Vital statistics, right? Death records, death certificates, all kinds of agencies got our damn info. And you're sitting around talking about how they going to find us all. How they going to give us reparations. You already got our information, dodo. But I noticed these questions aren't coming up when it comes down to the illegals. I just find that real interesting.
Of course, sometimes they might make a mistake, but they let you go. But y'all think y'all deserve reparations for that? Oh, they really trying to get us out in the street, y'all. Something is going on because we keep saying, "Oh, we're sitting this one out. We're gonna chill. You know, we gonna party and bullshit and work and do what we need to do behind the scenes." But could y'all imagine if they gave illegal immigrants reparations for U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement doing their job? Now, I don't agree with brute force. I don't agree with any of those things, but when we've been on the chopping block, they say, "Oh, just comply." So if you just comply, they ain't got to drag you out your car. If they say get out your car, get out your car. They ain't got to drag you. If you don't run off and leave your little 6-year-old son by himself, they don't got to escort your son and your kids nowhere. They probably will be able to go with you. Just comply. Or do the proper paperwork route to legalize yourself. There's immigration laws in every country in the world. But for some reason, when it comes to the United States of America, y'all feel like it's a free-for-all. First, it was the Somalis saying that they deserve reparations. Now it's the Latin Democrats. Child, what y'all think? Do they? I don't even know what to say. Spread love is the Brooklyn way. What y'all think about this? I really feel like this might cause a riot in the street. Like, I don't.
Yeah, what's going on, y'all? I hope y'all had a good day. We got to talk about this because this is so crazy to me. So I actually saw this morning. I just been so busy, tied up with work, I didn't have the time to actually talk about it. So check this out. So now the Democrats are trying to pass a bill to give reparations to illegal immigrants. You heard that correctly. Y'all already know that, my brothers and sisters, we've been fighting to get that for the longest. We're definitely owed. You know, we deserve it, especially through history of everything we went through. And now they're trying to pass this bill and push hard for it. You know, I find it real crazy that the Democrat Party claims that they care about Black people so much, right? Y'all care about us so much, but yet we still have no reparations. And you want to offer reparations to illegal immigrants. Now, let me be clear. I am half Latino, okay? I'm Jamaican and Puerto Rican, all right? I have nothing, absolutely nothing against my Latino brothers and sisters, okay? I just want to put that out there. But if I had to be honest, I'm going to be real. Black folks, we deserve that more. Our history speaks for itself. And our history ain't good neither. To my brothers and sisters, y'all should take that very offensive and really be upset because we sat here and been fighting for this for so long. 2026, we still have no reparations. And now they want to give it to the illegal immigrants. I'm here to tell you the truth. They're never going to give us reparations. No matter how much we beg for it, we got to stop looking to these people for reparations because they're never going to give it to us. All it is just lies, lies, and lies. Because if the Democratic Party really cared about Black people, we would have been got that. It's like I said before, man, Republican, Democrat, these people don't care about you. Plain and simple. And the sad part is there's still going to be folks out there that's still going to be supporting these people. Never going to wake up, just blindly just support these people, no matter how many times they show you who they really are. The next thing I want to do is talk about this whole No Kings protest that I've seen, right? I'm seeing people wave the Palestinian flag, you know what I mean? Signs about Trump, talking about save our democracy. You're talking about the Constitution, say the Constitution, and all this other shit, right? And I have to laugh at it because all of y'all is a bunch of hypocrites. A bunch of hypocrites. Y'all got the nerve to talk about protect people's rights. But when COVID started, and a lot of people like myself refused the vaccine, didn't want to take it, y'all said we needed to be in jail. You said all our rights need to be stripped away. You said that we need to be unalived. So on and so forth. Where was all this protect my rights shit at? Where was the protest? Y'all ain't standing up for us. But all of a sudden now you care about the Constitution and all these other places and people's rights. Ridiculous. And then what's really hilarious, you're talking about dictatorship, but you're waving a Palestinian flag where in that country over there, they're under a dictatorship. Iran under a dictatorship. Hello. I gotta tell you, man, a lot of y'all protesters, man, y'all no kings protesters, I can't respect none of y'all. Y'all bunch of hypocrites, y'all frauds, you're blind, and you're just doing it just to be a part of something. There's nothing genuine about that. I can't respect it.
Y'all see that one Jayapal lady, whatever her name is, trying to co-opt Black Americans' reparations claim, bro? She over here, the illegals are going to need some form of reparations. Yes, for reparations for being illegal in this country and being frightened, even though they don't have the credentials to be here. But they need the reparations. Why is everybody talking about reparations all of a sudden? I thought that we, Black Americans weren't going to get reparations. I thought that was just a bunch of bullshit. But for some reason, it's starting to look like, we might get that shit. And now everybody's trying to cut the line. That's what the fuck that seems like, bro. And y'all are some greedy y'all already got reparations. Y'all are already using these people to steal millions, billions of dollars in Minnesota, in New York, in Florida, and in California. And various other places like Texas and maybe in my city is Chicago. So why are y'all talking about fucking reparations? Y'all steal money anyway. Y'all steal the taxpayers' dollar anyway. What the fuck?
Sometimes in life, the older you get, you start understanding. The more people start speaking, you tend to understand that they ain't got no sense. The more they holler and yell about things, right, that they want to happen, and when it's told to them it will not happen for actual legitimate reasons, and they keep on hollering saying, I'm going to just keep doing it until it happens, you start realizing how stupid a lot of people are. And now, are you telling me a foreign leader of the Democratic Party is coming out here yelling out that illegal immigrants deserve reparations over Black people? Boy, you cannot make this shit up. You are telling me, right? You Black bourgeois, Black Americans that sit here and let me have it every fucking day about how we deserve this, how we need to get this, right? And you sit here and continue voting Democrats. You sit there, even though you keep being told these people don't care about you. They sit here and defend illegal immigrants to the T, and then get yo asses to do it as well. They sit here and tell you to accept them into your communities and drain all the resources. That's what they get you to do. They gotten to a point to tell you as Black Democrats that voter ID is racist to protect illegal immigrants voting. That's where it is to this point. And now you have a foreign leader. She wasn't born in America, telling you that ICE, right, for traumatize these illegal immigrants, and they deserve some form of reparations. They're not yelling out, we need a study, like they tell you Black folks. They're not telling you we need to kind of assess it more, see what's going on with it, right? They're not saying that. She blatantly said they need reparations. This is a slap to y'all face to let you know, reality check. You guys are going to vote Democrat again anyway. I ask this question all the time. Why would I ever have to give anybody anything if you're going to do it anyway? It's like me being a boss at a firm or something like that. If you have this person that's going to clean up anyway and do all the things he done anyway for the same $14 an hour, Why do I gotta bring it to 16? It sounds fucked up, but that's what's gonna happen. You're still going to do it. You're still gonna vote Democrat anyway. It just trips me out that you guys have to keep getting slapped in the face over and over by this party. And you still gonna vote for them anyways. Hey, listen, man. That is comical, bro. That is comical. This lady said that illegal immigrants need a form of reparations from the traumatization that the ICE agents done to them. ICE agents are deporting illegal immigrants. That's their job. But because they were traumatized, they deserve reparations. But not to black people that sit here and literally march every day about this shit. Holler out the top of their lungs, not you guys. That y'all sit here and say every day we were slaves.
Illegal immigrants who had the choice to come over here or not come over here. Illegal immigrants who are illegal and got rounded the fuck up and put the fuck out for being illegal. So that's a crime. The criminal, so these fucking criminals against America, when you commit crimes against the Constitution, isn't that treason or something? I don't know, but I do know it ain't nan country on the face of the earth where you could just go over there undocumented and just be like, oh, this my shit. And when they try to deport you, it's a problem. This bitch want reparations for illegal immigrants. Not before us, bitch. Not before us. Not before foundational black Americans whose ancestors' blood, sweat, and tears are in this motherfucking soil without a choice.
Okay, yeah, you don't want to have that conversation. Well, yeah, we can have that.
Yeah. They don't get no damn reparation. Oh, they had to suffer. Oh. They kids. Bitch, y'all fed our kids to alligators.
Oh, I got an extensive resume.
Alligators. Fuck your kid being locked up in a damn jail cell with their parents. Oh.
Postmates.
Fuck you and the reparation. Alligators.
All right. Don't question me. You don't want to pull out no resumes. That's what you don't want to do.
I'm sorry. No, the fuck I'm not. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. The fuck?
Man,
fuck them kids.
Come on, I'm gonna block
get up. Get bye. Fuck them illegals. Bye.
All right, you're not gonna do that.
And fuck that damn giant pal. Like you goddamn Democrats, I swear to God, it shouldn't be allowed to be nobody who isn't generationally American in Congress, in politics, and making laws anywhere. Especially, listen, if it ain't the grassroots, we ain't got nothing for you. Because you Democrats, you bitches get in office and you rely on the black vote to get there, and then you get there and you're like, oh well, fuck them niggas. I ain't doing shit for them. You can't do nothing for an individual group. Kamala Harris, you can't do nothing for no individual group. And if it benefits black people, it's gonna benefit everybody. No! Why the fuck we gotta benefit everybody? Why we gotta do everything for everybody? Fuck them. Everybody pull themselves up by our bootstraps, bitch, and we don't get shit. To so much so fucking whack ass Ghana and they bushmeat ass president coming over here trying to get reparations for themselves. And they talk about some, America said no. Nah, bitch. America said hell to the fucking no. How dare you think that if any reparations are to be had, that they go to you? Ghana was motherfucking complacent and complicit. They participated. Like, and amongst others, but Ghana walked Ghana's fat, raggedy ass over here. Ghana brought their musty, tethered ass over here. Desecrating our ancestors. Shout out to them New York FBAs that stood on motherfucking lineage business. But all of that, these motherfuckers trying to steal our reparations. These motherfuckers tell us, oh, you don't need reparations. That's crazy. Just do this and this. And you want to give them to people who chose to be here illegally. You want to give it to people who chose to break the law. Not the people who didn't choose to be lynched, murdered, raped, separated from their fucking families, and unpaid labor for literal centuries. And reparations, we can't get them. The motherfucking slave owners got reparations, bitch. When they lost their labor force, they got reparations. Why the fucking the slaves don't get them? Why their descendants didn't get them? And why do you think that it's okay to carry your raggedy ass Jayapal, bitch, to go and seek reparations for motherfuckers who don't deserve it? Imagine that. That's like somebody getting arrested, going to jail, and being like, I didn't like how they treated me in jail. I need reparations. Nigga, you did it. That's real nasty work. That is real nasty, egregious, disgusting. Man, the Democrats is broke, busted, disgusted, and can't be trusted because what? I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I hate her. I hate that the fact that she fixed her mouth to say some shit like that. And guess what? Guess what? Guess what? It ain't gonna happen. It ain't gonna happen. That's just how they suck you in and get your votes. That ain't gonna happen. That ain't gonna happen. I swear to God, Malcolm X was not wrong. Malcolm X was not wrong.
So check it out. This is what we're gonna be doing.
But it needs to be expanded to the liberal, non-foundational American Black Democrat too. What the fuck? What that bitch ass Mom Donnie say? Didn't that Mom Donnie say he?
How much proof do you need they hate you? I'm talking to black folk, you know, the ones who get on my videos calling me a raccoon and, you know, whatever else your pea-sized brontosaurus brain thinks of. How much proof you need now, nigga? You know what I'm saying? Fuck you and your ancestors, you know, and make no mistake, this is those whom own everything yet own nothing, whom we cannot name, that occupy that little Middle Eastern country that's terrorizing the entire globe. This is their doing. And if it goes through, you know who did it. So they would much rather, and let's be clear. The reason that they're doing this is so you will get mad, because their whole purpose and function is to manufacture division so that the attention will be elsewhere rather than where it should be, which is on their thieving, trifling asses. But how much proof do you need now? You know what I'm saying? You mad at me, you mad at Trump, you mad at everybody except them. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying Republicans are any better, because if anything, you know, at a minimum, they've shown themselves to be just as a hindrance to the rest of us as, you know, Democrats, because we still don't have Epstein arrest. You know, the entire country will fall per them if that happens. So, I mean, they ain't no better, but I'm just simply saying, like, are you still on the plantation? Because if you are, you ain't got no business parting your lips at somebody like me, bro, or ma'am. So yeah, look at this. You know what I mean? And it is what it is. This is indisputable. You can't fight this right here. You nothing that you say is going to make what I'm sharing right now make any sense. This makes no sense. So have at it.
Did you guys know that they are now trying to get reparations for illegal immigrants?
Inflicting this harm need to be prosecuted. They need to be brought before us, and they need to be held account for the trauma that they have created. And we are going to have some form of reparation for the kids and the families that have been traumatized through all of this.
Black Americans, if you haven't picked up on it yet, we are mystical. We are some magical motherfuckers, okay? Everything that we do or say, it just catches on like wildfire. Everybody wants to be in the mix, right? I've been, reading up on the Bible and all kinds of things or whatever. And this is just too much of a coincidence. I refuse to believe that we're just regular niggas. I think we're different. We them ones. We're slowly waking up to it. Clearly, there has been an orchestrated effort to keep us from recognizing who the fuck we are. But it's like, I don't know. I just feel like a spell has been broken. Because just to step back and see, like, people tell us we have no culture while actively emulating us using AAVE, like they're so deep in our shit, they don't even realize it. I don't know, man. What do y'all think about this? This is crazy. Oh my goodness.
I was eventually going to come to this. Listen to this demon.
And we also need offensive actions around prosecutions. We need real accountability, because at the end of the day, the people that have been inflicting this harm need to be prosecuted. They need to be brought before us, and they need to be held account for the trauma that they have created. And we are going to have some form of reparation.
There it is. Reparation. Yeah, you heard it right. This demon, well, we got to give illegals reparations when this is over. When we win the midterms and win back the power, we got to give them reparations. Well, let's see. We let people that aren't citizens vote for our president. Let's not even discuss the Leering Center, the Medicare, Medicaid fraud, the daycare fraud, Minnesota, California. I got a better idea. All right. How about we give reparations to the taxpayers that spent billions of dollars on these people that are not even citizens? How about we do that? That sounds like pretty good reparations to me. I think everybody in Minnesota, California should get a check.
Then we also need offensive actions around prosecutions. We need real accountability, because at the end of the day, the people that have been inflicting this harm need to be prosecuted. They need to be brought before us, and they need to be held account for the trauma that they have created. And we are going to have some form of reparation. We also need offensive actions around prosecutions. We need real accountability, because at the end of the day, the people that have been inflicting this harm need to be prosecuted. They need to be brought before us, and they need to be held account for the trauma that they have created. And we are going to have some form of reparation for the kids and the families that have been traumatized.
So are you guys okay with that? Are you guys good with that? Because if you're good, I'm good. The last time I checked, you people, and when I mean you people, let me specify, you Democrats were fighting for reparations for Black Americans who are the descendants of enslaved people, Black Americans. Now we have one of your leaders calling for reparations for illegal immigrants who chose to come to this country illegally. They broke into the country. They weren't taken. They broke in. Illegal immigrants who had the opportunity to leave. Slaves didn't. So now You have these people sitting in Congress saying that we should give them money too. Y'all go with that? Because you guys seem to be good with whatever they tell you guys. You guys are not outraged, but the other day you're out there protesting, talking about no kings. What the hell is this shit? That's sitting okay with you guys?
So, y'all, I'm not surprised, but then on the other hand, I think we shouldn't be taking this crap. I know some people still believe in going out and voting, but this, no, see, this is a step too far. And if they do this thing after the midterms, then if you're not willing to cut off the Democrats from that point on, then I guess you just enjoy losing. But some, unfortunately, that guy with the squeaky voice is right. This will happen, and some of these folks are such diehards. They're going to still get up and go out there and vote Democrat. I don't know what it is. It's almost like they got a spell on some of our people. They must have got some kind of curse they did up there in Congress, and now our people can't break the spell. So, I mean, this little East Indian woman can do whatever. But at the end of the day, a lot of them too are in districts where there's a lot of immigrants just like themselves. And see, that's why they keep winning. When they run for re-election, they keep winning because everybody in their district look just like them. And see, that's another way they get into Congress. But I don't believe anybody, if you weren't born here and been here for generations, you should be ineligible for any run for Congress. So, America, until you do right by us, nothing is going to work out for you. That's why you're losing this war. That's why you're losing your dollar as the most traded currency. That's why you are losing your superpower status. After this whole thing is over, nobody on this planet is going to let America lead them. Nobody on the planet. Look at everything that came out, y'all, just from the war. America had bases in all those countries over in the Middle East, and the promise was they would protect you. America can't even protect itself over there. Iran done ran them off of every single U.S. military base. So that being said, how the hell are they going to protect Kuwait and Saudi Arabia and UAE? How are they going to protect you? They can't even keep themselves protected on the military bases. And now Donald Trump is building up that area like he's going to start a ground war. You're getting just what you deserve. This loss is what you deserve. It's what you deserve for all the hell you have done to my people for centuries. And now you're letting some foreign ass woman from India dictate who should get reparations and who shouldn't. So anyway, y'all, the bottom line is, see, immigrants are only looking out for themselves. That's why all these immigrants in Congress, they're not here to represent us. They are here to represent whatever community they come out of that are immigrants. And it is very clear with this woman. And no, the times of this happening and there's no consequences for it, if anything, that must come to an end. When people like this Jayapal woman, does this, there should be a consequence for this. There definitely should be. So, y'all, we know what these people are. And, I don't hold my breath waiting for them to be fair. We know it ain't in them. It's the culture they come out of, it's their culture. So I'm going to go ahead and conclude. And I want to thank Zachariah Williams. Thank you so much for the super sticker and your support for my channel. I appreciate it. So, y'all, I'm going to go ahead and conclude. Thank you so much for being here, and be on the lookout for my next live. Shalom, family. It's the culture. It's the culture. Okay, so let's get all this stuff in here. Oh, that's what this woman's doing. So she gets. So that's what you want. That's what you do. Weird part about y'all is you're proud that you are speaking the oppressor's language. That is weird. You are proud of that shit. That is weird. Okay. So, what you're saying, yeah. Oh shit. I forgot. Gotta reopen it and retape it. Pick up. Yeah. Of course they did. Oh, my father. Oh, well. You know what else I want?